A seriously wounded Ukrainian soldier remained in a forest plantation. His combat fellows must evacuate him to a safe place, and the opponents must prevent this by setting up an ambush. This is the plot of a tactical game. Its participants are Ukrainian policemen, members of volunteer battalions, territorial defense, and the armed forces of Ukraine.
Glory to the heroes!
In order to successfully rescue the wounded, participants of the express course must learn various skills, including paramedicine, how to apply a tourniquet, perform an indirect cardiac massage, and correctly put the wounded on a stretcher. These skills saved lives on the front line of the Russian war against Ukraine.
The main thing is to keep the person alive, that is to stop critical bleeding, to exclude asphyxia, so as not to suffocate. To start the heart in cases where cardiopulmonary resuscitation is needed, and deliver unharmed to the doctor, while not being afraid yourself. This is also very important. Unfortunately, many are afraid of such conditions.
The next stage of training is practicing movement in a column, as well as driving on dirt roads. The drivers learn to ride synchronized in a column at speed up to 60 km per hour. Such training is required for the drivers to feel confident when riding in columns on the battlefield.
At first, each individual worked on the snake tracks on their cars. Then braking was practiced, when a person specifically calculates the interaction with the machine. Then we put all this knowledge in practice and tried to reproduce it in the column when we work with the car, but also the cars work with each other.
The convoy of cars was followed by the quadcopters. In modern warfare, they serve as the eyes of Ukrainian intelligence officers and artillerymen. Many participants in the express course already had piloting experience. Some of them piloted drones on the front line, but Anastasia managed to hold the bird for the first time. That is how affectionately the military calls drones.
We are now undergoing training on drones. It will be very useful when performing combat missions on positions. That is, I still have a little practice, but it will already be possible to apply in combat. This is a completely new experience for me, a bit complicated but useful. And again, it all depends on the instructors. They explained everything very clearly.
A few tips, corrected technique, and the quadcopter lands right on Anastasia's hand. When the knowledge of medicine, extreme driving and piloting drones has been obtained and worked out, it's time to put them into practice to save the supposedly wounded mate. Half of the participants in the course go in search, the other half is waiting for them in ambush. There is a fight going on here. The enemy attack was repulsed, the wounded were evacuated, first aid provided. The trainees have only forgotten this time to get a pen out of the pocket before applying the tourniquet. Everyone can take this express course for free. It is for everyone who can benefit from such experience in combat.
Various businesses united into our public organization, which previously provided these services and this knowledge to the civilian population in a day. But the war made its own adjustments, and the businesses were reorganized. They somehow help and share their knowledge. We, along with various businesses entities, came together in one public organization, and for the same time we are holding a course that brings together all of these skills, so that the guys can practice and take it to the next level.
The organizers plan to make the intensive course even more accessible. Soon, Ukrainian defenders will be able to practice in several regions of Ukraine. Reported by Pavlo Shtermach, Valeria Nikipilova, UATV News.